Yo, how do I sound? Wow, it's been a minute since I've been in my bedroom, which won't be my bedroom for long, as tomorrow I leave for the NBA Summer League. Luke, how you doing, Mr. Legal Eagle?
I'm doing all right. We started moving into our new place. We
It's
got
that
all that
time of
business.
year.
It's that time of year, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing that shortly myself. And your boy actually just got approved and it has RSVP'd. He's going to the NBA Con Media Preview.
Wait, what?
And the NBA this year is having NBA Con, which I'll show you. Yeah, it's like a money grab. I shouldn't say this as a minute.
Yeah, but it's a money grab. I can say it because I'm not going.
But so I'm going to be there getting a Pride in Media
NBA Con.
Yeah, so
it's like what are they doing at the convention? Like, what is it?
Yeah, NBA convention is basically what it is. So
yeah, exactly. I can tell.
They
have packages.
I'm going on July. I go July 6th. I mean, I believe with my media pass, I just walk in on the 7th.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for anything. But yeah, it's the 7th through 9th at Mandalay Bay Resort.
Yeah, so I'm going on the 6th, where there's going to be, I guess, NBA.
Where are you staying at? Where are you staying at in Vegas? Aren't you staying by Thomas and Mack, the arena?
Yeah, Motel 6.
Yeah, that's far as shit from Mandalay Bay, by the way.
How far?
Like probably an hour's walk, maybe 30 minutes. No, it's like it's like the other side of the strip.
Yeah, why don't I just drive?
Yeah, it's probably like a 15 to 20 minute drive, I think.
That's fine.
It's fat. It's still fat. I'm just letting you know.
That's fine. I don't know if
I don't know
if I'm in the best part of town. I just know it had better.
Dude, you're fine, bro. You're right by the arena. You're not in a bad part of town. You're fine.
I'm not right by the arena. I'm 10 minutes away. I'm 10 minutes away from the arena.
Oh, I could have sworn you were close. Oh, maybe not. But either way, like it's kind of far, but you'll be fine. Obviously.
But look at this. So your experience, they're sold out of the Super VIP, which I have assumed. But it's like basically autographs, bro.
This is dumb.
We're not going to say that, but
I am.
I hope to see 2 Chainz though. I might just go to see 2 Chainz.
Yeah. Okay. So if you could see 2 Chainz, that's what matters.
And meet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and meet Paulo Banchero, Trae Young.
Wait, what is this? Okay, wait. So there's 2 Chainz, and then Armani White, and then I don't know who. Blast, and then I don't know who the other group is.
I don't know the other groups, but the player.
I know Blast. I know Armani White, and I know 2 Chainz. I know those.
And you know what's the worst part about this is, like, everyone's gonna go there and gawk and stuff. And when I meet these people, I'm a journalist, so like, I literally talk to people as if they're normal fucking humans, which, like, in my mind, I'm screaming in my head, like, if I saw like Karl-Anthony Towns or like, in here Jameer Nelson, like Jameer Nelson's gonna be there. In my head, I'm gonna be screaming like,
oh yeah, because it's Jameer Nelson.
It's Jameer Nelson. Like, I want to
like that would be me with Ray Allen.
Or even Ray Allen's another guy. Ray Allen, Jameer Nelson, Kareem, even Karl-Anthony Towns. Yeah. In my head, I'd be screaming like specifically Jameer, Mike Conley, Ray Allen, and like I would be like in my head like, dude, Jameer, like my first basketball game I ever went to, I watched you play. Like, I watched my first finals run. I want to be like screaming in my head to tell him that, but because I'm a journalist, I just have to stand there and just like continue to like have a normal ass conversation and like basically
you can still convey all those thoughts. Just you're not screaming them. You're not fanboying,
Yeah, I can't fanboy.
We don't fanboy. We don't.
But when I approach, when I've ever spoke, like, dude, when we walked in, I was like, Derek Fisher's behind us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was surreal. Derek Fisher's he's one of my favorite players.
Yeah,
that's the reason I shoot left-handed. Derek Fisher. Yeah.
And I don't like, and I was talking about that with Mike Verkanov, one of the journalists on the last day of the scouting combine. And he was like, yeah, just because you want to go there and you're like, you want to, in your mind, you want to like, you want to find fanboy, you just keep your composure. You just talk to.
Yeah. Because they don't want to be fanboyed and fangirled over because they deal with that shit all the time from fans.
Yeah. And they
like, exactly.
And they appreciate we're just talking to them like,
yeah, human. It's like on a lot smaller scale. On KU, like the KU basketball players, when people go up and ask them for pictures, like nobody should ask them for pictures when they're walking on campus because they're just like you. They're just going to fucking class. They just happen to be good at basketball. That's how these guys are too. Even though like they're pros and it's a little more acceptable to fangirl over them. But like we still don't.
I still would never, dude. I would never.
I just think about how they feel. I just think about how they feel, and they would get.
That's why I would fanboy over two people.
Dane Cook.
No. Basketball.
Oh, basketball wise. Oh. But yes, I was right about Dane Cook. You would fangirl over Dane Cook.
I would kind of, yeah. But I met Neil Patrick Harris and he told me to go fuck himself in the Smithsonian when I was 12 years old. So, and I was a huge Neil Patrick Harris fan.
That makes sense. If I ever met Robin Williams when he was alive, I'd probably be a fangirl.
Yeah, that's what I would have too.
Oh,
but yeah, I was a fangirl of like Neil Patrick Harris at the time. I was like 12 watching How I Met Your Mother, and he was with his husband in the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
And he told me to fuck off.
Yeah, because he didn't want to deal with that right now. He was trying to have a nice time with his husband. But
full on told me to fuck off.
He told it. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, I'm surprised.
That's part of the
12-year-old.
Dude, I that's why I don't fanboy anytime. I just treat any like famous person.
Because they are just like us at the end of the day.
No, you're completely. Yeah.
And they don't want to deal with fucking fangirls. They just want to.
Well, my neighbor also like my neighbors like were Mel Kiper Jr., AJ Brunette, you know. And
yeah.
I grew up.
But Mel Kiper isn't. There's not really much to fangirl about Mel Kiper.
I know, but also like John Harbaugh, Martin O'Malley, or other people who lived in
like John Harbaugh.
Yeah, like I saw John Harbaugh like McDonald's so many times. But
yeah. But which basketball players were you fangirl over? We got sidetracked.
Oh, Kevin Garnett, Ricky Rubio.
Yeah, that's fair. KG, I don't know if I can help myself with KG. I think I'd probably fangirl.
Dude, if I met him on national television, I'd just be like, I don't normally do this, but Kevin Garnett, my first jersey number in organized basketball was 5 because it was the year you got traded to the Celtics. Like, yeah,
and it's like
your autobiography, I own it. It's one of my favorites.
My first positive experience with the professional basketball team was the year you got traded to the Celtics.
Yeah.
Because like the first year of basketball I remember was like the 16 and 66 injured Paul Pierce Celtics that had to make all those trades. That's like the first
offseason. That offseason was the first year I became
I remember this. I kind of remember the season before. I vividly remember KU's season before, but I don't remember the Celtics really, except for that they were terrible and they had Paul Pierce because like I thought he was cool because he's a KU. And then they traded for KG and Ray Allen. And that was the first year that I like remember the entire season, watch the finals, all that shit.
No, I completely agree.
I'd fangirl over KG. I couldn't help it.
I wouldn't. And then Ricky Rubio, I would just be like, I've never had so much hope in my life. When I did.
I feel bad.
Like, huh?
I said, if you said I never had so much hope in my life than when you got drafted to the Timberwolves.
No, it was going to be during your rookie season, man. His rookie season.
That's even worse, bro.
Dude,
to make him feel bad.
Okay, I don't know. Dude, if I saw Ricky, I don't know if that would be the right framing of words. I would just say you're
definitely not. You're an inspiration.
Yeah, you're an inspiration. Ricky Rubio, people don't realize how ridiculous Ricky Rubio's rookie season was.
Yeah, it was really good.
When Ricky Rubio,
couldn't shoot.
Everyone literally thought after Ricky Rubio's rookie season that he was better than Steph Curry or going to be better than Steph Curry.
Yeah, because he was arguably he had higher potential than Steph Curry at the time. At least we thought he did.
He was world's better defender, world's better passer at the time.
Better ball handler at the time.
He was basically everything better except shooting.
Yeah, pretty much.
And scoring. Let's just say scoring because Ricky Rubio can't even do a layup in the NBA.
Yeah, like Ricky Rubio just couldn't really score and he couldn't really shoot, but he could do everything else better than Steph. And they could have had both him and Steph, and that would have been the perfect like complementary backcourt for each other. But Johnny Flynn,
dude, if his hip didn't go to shit, people don't realize.
Yeah, he had the Isaiah Thomas hip problems.
Like worse though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, worse because Isaiah Thomas wasn't as bad, but
Isaiah still played.
Yeah, but he was also, Isaiah was also significantly better than Johnny ever was.
We don't know what Johnny really was.
I mean, that's true. We don't know, but they were both cold in college.
All right, let's get right into the news. Sorry, guys, that was about 10 minutes of banter. It was, though, basketball related. Now, what we're talking about here, obviously, we have to touch on our daily Damian Lillard watch, and let's just give ourselves a little music for this segment to intro it. Ready? This is called the Dame Watch.
I can't hear the Dame Watch music. There. Oh, turn it up a little bit.
There it comes.
There it is.
Yeah, Dame Watch.
Oh, the Dame Watch. The Blazers will not be cooperating with his trade request to specifically go to Miami.
Well, the thing is what we've heard is that basically he's going to be traded to Miami, as his preferences to Miami and teams are basically being scared from offering anything because they're like, well, Dame doesn't want to be there. Like,
yeah, but like that's dumb. Teams shouldn't be scared. Doesn't he still have like 2 years left on his deal?
Yeah, but from everything I've seen, it's going to be Miami.
I mean, like it makes the most sense, but they don't have the opportunity to give them the package.
So far, Portland does not like any of the deals, and now we've heard that
they 4 teams. I've seen as much as 4 teams.
You just took the words out of my yes.
Like
4
what the
teams.
fuck?
So the Blazers don't want Tyler Hero. Now, I've said this could work out. I put up a trade that I made on Fanspo, and I didn't put any picks in it because obviously a bunch of picks would be involved. I just don't know how we would realistically put these picks together where we
don't even know what other teams are going to be in the deal, because there is no way that the Heat right now, just by themselves, have enough to get Dame from the Blazers.
No, completely agree.
They don't have the package. So there's going to have to be some fucked up like third or fourth teams that are like, and preferably it's like they can throw some tanking teams in there that could, like, maybe if the Heat might have to have a salary dump. And well, who would they dump? Which contract would they dump?
So
like,
I'm going to
show would go to the Blazers in any deal. That has to start. You have to start there.
So I just edited together a nice little graphic. Hopefully it transfers over as nicely as I hope it would. But what this graphic is a trade I made that includes Ben Simmons, Jeremy Grant, Damian Lillard, and Tyler Hero that I actually think is realistic in a sense where you would say, okay, there's no picks involved because, again, going back to what I just said earlier, the idea of what picks will be involved, we know would include every single pick Miami has to offer, but Miami would probably go around and try to, flip some other picks as well, but by sending it to, you know what I mean? By like flipping guys and that's why I think up to 4 teams. So let me just pull these pictures I just made. Let's see if this first one looks as nice. Did you do
like a mock trade? Were you like pulling some woe shit and fooling around in the trade machine to see what would work?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what the fuck we got here. What do we got cooking?
Realistically, and we assume Jeremy Grant is being shopped, okay?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Can you see this?
Yeah. That's 3 teams right now.
Okay, so 3 teams right here. Damian Lillard and Royce O'Neal go to the Miami Heat. The Nets end up with Jeremy Grant and Tyler Hero. So now the Nets starting lineup is Tyler Hero, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jeremy Grant, and Nick Claxton. Ben Simmons, Kyle Lowry, Nikola Jovic, Cam Thomas, and Daron Sharp go to the Portland Trailblazers. And this doesn't include the picks. We assume at least 3 to 5 first-round picks to Portland in a boatload of seconds. They would immediately buy out Kyle Lowry. They get
100%. Kyle Lowry is not remaining on this roster.
But the reason he's included is just salary filler. He gets bought out.
Yeah, exactly.
Then Ben Simmons is a great reclamation project for this. And then you get Cam Thomas as your 6th man. Now you have the possibility of having a starting unit. You get Jovic, who basically is almost like a first-round pick himself, and Daron Sharp.
And you get however many picks they would want to include in this deal from either team. We don't exactly know, but
yeah. And then what ends up happening here, you have a starting lineup possibility of now. You still have Anthony Simons and Jusuf Nurkic. So you can start Anthony Simons, Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharp, Ben Simmons, and Jusuf Nurkic. Or, you could do Shaedon Sharp, Scoot Henderson, Naz Little, Ben Simmons, and Josip Nurkic, or trade Josip Nurkic and start Duran Sharp. But this ain't a bad trade.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's kind of weird because the Nets are
Nets are going all in. Jeremy Grant, Tyler Hero, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Nick Claxton. Tell me that isn't a good lineup.
That's a great second. That's a second round exit right there. That's a great first or second round exit right there.
That's definitely a second round team. I'm not saying
that's a great first or second round team.
But that's a good building blocks because
that's a good first or second round team. They're going to go all in to lose in the first or second round.
But it lets them establish.
I'm just shooting the shit. I'm just shooting the shit, man. I don't think it's too bad of a trade. Really, the net, to get Tyler Hero and Jeremy
Nets
Grant
would be a top 20 team with that roster.
Tyler Hero and Jeremy Grant are better of any of the players that the Nets would be giving up.
They would basically
right now. Tyler Hero and Jeremy Grant are better than Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, and Daron Sharp.
And the crazy thing is you could say all 5 of their guys in that starting lineup are borderline all-stars or all NBA players.
Like it's not. If they get lucky, maybe. But they're still a good that's a good team. That's a good first round or second round exit team. And then the Nets would have to probably flip a couple guys and maybe make some moves to get another star. But they'll cross that bridge when they get there. This is not a bad offer.
And what I like about the Fanspo thing is it shows how the team's offensive ratings and defensive ratings go up. And the Heat and their win shares from last season's in combination with this, the Heat would be 1 win better and there would be a better offensive team, but they would get worse defensively. But they bring in Royce O'Neal, which it would need. The Nets actually get better. They get a little bit worse defensively, but they get way better offensively. And the thing is the Blazers actually get worse offensively, but they get better defensively, and they only lose 3 win shares by doing.
When you consider that they're not going to walk out of this trade without multiple draft picks.
Yeah, they're going to walk away with at least 3 first-round picks.
Whatever package they get, because they want players too. Joe Cronin said, "I want to build a winner." Now I don't know how true that is, but he wants to build a winner. They don't want to tank, but it's Portland will not tank. They won't openly tank. So they want to.
They get cap flexibility too.
Yeah, they want to stockpile picks and have a good roster.
They get a bunch of young guys right here who can easily be Cam Thomas and Duran Sharp.
They get rid of Kyle Lowry's salary,
and that could be bought out and off the books for the Trailblazers in 1 season. And then the best thing about Ben Simmons is he's a reclamation project that if everything goes well next offseason, he's an expiring contract or a guy you can extend and trade. Okay, and then Jovic, Thomas, and Sharp, all depth guys who could develop into players or be tradable contracts down the road, and you get a bunch of picks. And again, you could be a play-in team with that roster of Ben Simmons, Joseph, if you keep Joseph Nurkic or trade him, because you could call up the Wizards and say, here's Joseph Nurkic and a bunch of second-round picks for Daniel Gafford.
Joseph Nurkic, if they wanted to get rid of Nurkic, let a separate deal. It wouldn't be too bad. The point is, the Blazers are as everybody wants to say how terrible of a spot they're in because Dame requested a trade, they really aren't in that bad of a spot.
No, they're actually in they're going to be walking away from this situation set up pretty nice.
The rebuild
pretty good.
The rebuild should not take that long. Because they're just waiting on development from the guys that they already picked. They kind of lucked into the 3rd overall pick this year, and they kind of lucked into Scoot. And then they get to trade Dame and basically rebuild their roster.
But if this whole time,
get a bunch of picks.
What if this whole time they were actually just trying to trade Dame and they just never actually tried to build a contender? They just did this because they knew if they did it like this, they could get a great.
They wouldn't look bad.
Yeah.
If they did it like this, they wouldn't look bad, and Dame would be the one that would look bad, not them.
Mr. Golf Ball.
Big golfer. How's the course?
Guys, I have breaking news.
What's up?
Damian Lillard has a new Eastern Conference target that he has just pinpointed, and it rhymes with Chicago Knowles. If anyone wants to take a guess.
Is it Chicago Bulls?
The Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay there. Yeah,
How hammered are you?
He's pretty fucking hammered if he says that. I'll tell you that much, man.
I'm not hammered, but I'm a couple shots in, you know.
I'm a couple shots in. Are we talking about your strokes or are you talking about some drinks?
I'm 2 over through 8. I just had a birdie on 7 actually, or 8. So I'm feeling pretty good.
We're glad. Are you driving?
I am driving.
Yeah.
They say don't operate a cellular device and drive and drink.
This is a golf cart, though, man. This ain't a car. You can drive this thing hammered. It's a fucking golf cart.
I'm not hammered yet, man. It's a
I'm
long
not
day.
yet.
We got a long day ahead of us, boys. But anyways, I just wanted to share that rumor that I heard from trusted sources. And I bid you all a great 4th of July. And I'll see you all tomorrow.
We'll look into this rumor for you, Jackson. Enjoy
All right,
it.
thank you.
That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, Malik Beasley to the Bucks. I missed that last night.
Who?
Malik Beasley to the Bucks. I missed that last night. That's not a bad signing.
So I'm not hearing anything.
No. That was just Jackson shooting the shit. I looked up Damian Lillard Bulls, and I can only find
nothing
meme
serious.
stuff.
It's all just speculation.
It's meme stuff. Nobody is actually serious about this. I saw one meme, and it was like, where is it? What did that do? Oh, it was just it was like Damian Lillard is to the Chicago Bulls have emerged as a contender to trade for Damian Lillard, and it's a meme. It has a meme video, so it's not that. There's no way this is true.
All right, so let's give John Hollinger some credit right here of The Athletic, former executive for the Memphis Grizzlies. He wrote a nice free agency winners. What I like to do here, this saves us time in terms of needing to do a graphic as we are a small team. And what we're going to just react at what John Hollinger has said. He has first put off right here that the ultimate winners in his mind for this year's free agency
are the Phoenix Suns, huh?
Which I agree.
Getting Eric Gordon and Drew Eubanks were two sneaky good signings.
So
I
for me,
those were two nice additions. I guess Yuta Watanabe is okay too, but
right now this is the Phoenix Suns roster. Their starting lineup is, we assume, Cameron Payne or Jordan Goodwin.
Probably Campaign.
Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, KD, DeAndre Ayton, Jordan Goodwin. Right now, that's 6 guys. Now you throw in Eric Gordon, that's 7. Yuanabe, that's 8. Keita Bates-Diop, that's 9. Drew Eubanks, 10. Damian Lee, that's 11. Chemsy Metu, that's 12. Josh Okogie, 13. Then you're going to bring in a bunch of young guys on training camp deals. Okay, you still have Ish Wainwright, I believe. So
not a bad roster.
You just built your whole fucking bench.
Yeah, they basically just built they went out and they signed a bunch of guys in free agency because they only had 5 or 6 active players in the roster, and they just built a pretty quality bench.
Yeah, and Okogie and Lee technically don't get the minimum contracts, but they get a 30,000. But they get a third. Yeah, but it's a $30,000 increase. So here's $30,000 extra. But
it's basically a minimum contract.
Matt Ishbia did a great job. James Jones did a great job. I agree. Like, regardless of how they perform, okay, they could perform how the Philadelphia 76ers signings of last year performed. This would still be a win because they got fucking, what is it right there? 7 guys.
They got a bench, and they got Eric Gordon.
And
who was I talking to about that? Oh, I was talking to Hobbs about the Eric Gordon signing the other day when he was helping us move in shit, and we were like, "Wow, that is insane! That is a great signing for the Suns." Eric Gordon.
They still have Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, they do. Fuck yeah, they act like Eric Gordon. That's a sneaky good signing for them. I think he'll do great in Phoenix. He's exactly what this team needed off the bench.
Yeah, Phoenix already signed their whole roster. Sorry, they're not signing anybody anymore.
Yeah, they don't need to.
They don't need to.
They already filled out their bench.
I'm like amazed by it.
That is insane. Like, Eric Gordon's exactly what this team needed.
Yeah, because right now they have on their team Jordan Goodwin, Kevin Durant. Oh, they drafted Toumani Camara, who's probably
he's going to be a G League guy. Two-way spends most of his time this year in the G League unless somebody gets hurt.
And I believe
unless like Chimezie Metu gets hurt and they bring him up to replace Metu.
Did they keep Ish Wainwright? I thought they kept Ish Wainwright.
Maybe they didn't.
Yeah, they picked up his club option.
Oh, yeah, so he's still there. Perfect.
Ish Wainwright's still there.
So they built an entire roster pretty much.
Yeah, because they also have Bismack Biyombo, and they still have Campaign. Wait, no, Bismack Biyombo is not on the team, I believe.
They don't need him.
I don't know if he's a free agent or not. I can't get a confirmation.
Just look up on like Spotrac or something.
Yeah, I was going to check his contract right now. But yeah, I think because they have Ish Wainwright and Campaign and Jordan Goodwin, 3 bench guys already, or one of them being a starter. And then you have 4 guys between, 4 guys between DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. So right there, that's 7 guys, right? And you just signed 7. So you have 14. You can only have 15 roster spots plus 3 two-ways. Already one of your 2-ways is probably filled by Tumani Kamani. And I believe the Phoenix Suns roster currently for this year, if we look at their payroll for this season, they currently have Ish Wainwright, Cameron Payne, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, and DeAndre Ayton. So 3, 4, 5.
Like, not a bad roster.
Oh yeah, so they have
Suns,
13 or 14 guys, so they can sign 1 or 2 more guys.
Yeah, and like they probably don't need to, but maybe they will, or maybe they just bring up some. Maybe they just decide that who's on a 2-way deal right now for them. Besides, most likely Tamani Kamara, maybe he takes the 15th spot. We'll see.
I actually wasn't super high on that guy coming out.
Neither was I. He's an undersized center who can't really shoot.
Nah. So he
played next to Dayron Holmes in college at Dayton.
I'm fully aware, and I did.
I
dove into. Let me finish what I'm going to say, you asshole.
I know.
So he's a foreign guy. Came over. He was an undersized center. Then they moved into power forward in college, and he is viewed as a combo forward, small ball 5 in the NBA. A guy who can play 3 through 5. Is what I've read. The belief is he's going to be a guy who can play 3 through 5, and the only thing he needs to learn is how to become a specialist on offense in terms of.
He's not a 3. He's not a 3. I don't buy that.
Well, in terms of either being a corner 3-point shooter or
but he can't shoot.
A guy who makes a living like Derrick Jones Jr. as a transition slasher,
like a way less athletic but more skilled Derrick Jones.
Yes, but a guy who his offensive game is lobs, and slashes, and cuts, backdoor screens, etc. If he gets really good at that and can do that on a consistent basis where he gets like 7 to 10 points.
I'm not a huge fan of his from watching him at Dayton last year. He was
You don't believe the 3-point shot will ever come around with him? You don't.
No, not at a consistently productive level can earn him minutes. Let's just say there's a reason he wasn't picked.
No, I completely agree.
I'm not saying he's not terrible, but Dayron Holmes, who is not a good 3-point shooter, was about as good as him last year at Dayton or something like that. They are not shooters.
So before we go out and talk about our next biggest winner in free agency, we got an announcement from one of our favorite superstars in the NBA.
All you females.
Mr. Flamin' Hot Cheetos himself.
Contract. She the only one.
Oh, look at his dog.
I don't
She the only one that's coming up. Look, and she new to the table. So I'm a little green for her. Everybody else, the light is the same color as my damn jacket. Hey, you talking about? You feel me? Hey, all you females.
You heard? Did you hear what he said?
Oh, I love Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards doesn't want women hitting him up now that he signed that max contract.
None of the bitches, except for his dog, are getting any money from him.
That woman got so salty.
Oh, I know. That was so funny. He just panned over to her, and then he just pans over to his dog and says, "I'm super green for her," talking to the dog.
Yeah.
I love this. I love all of this. I love Anthony Edwards, man.
All right. So let's get to our next team that are the winner. Can take one guess who won free agency? And
the Lakers.
Yep. You said it correctly, my friend. They just went out and had themselves a day in free agency. And let's shout out FW. What's FW? I don't know. I'm taking this from Newsbreak, and I'm going to share the tab right here. So right here, we got ourselves a little graphic of all the signings they signed. D'Angelo Russell. Guess what? I told you it was going to be I
was surprised that he came back.
Dude, I told you if he comes back or whoever was going to sign him, I've said before free agency, I was like, I think he's going to get the Tyus Jones deal. I was like, and they gave him the tie.
They gave him
with
the
inflation.
Deal.
With inflation.
Like that's pretty good pick.
Tyus Jones signed 2 years ago a 2-year, $30 million deal. They gave D'Angelo Russell 2 years, 37. So then they brought in 3-year, $53 million. Gabe Vincent. Supposedly Gabe Vincent and D'Angelo Russell are going to duke it out for the starting point guard role, but I think they're also going to run either of them as a combo guard. They're both combo guards. Rui came back, right? Rui came back, or have they not officially?
Rui came back.
For what was his deal?
It was like a 2-year deal. I can't remember what it was.
Rui came back. Reeves came back. They brought in
3-year, $51 million deal. Yeah, 3-year, 51.
Wow. And then they brought in Jackson Hayes, which I really like.
Yeah, I like that signing too. Cam Reddish, I'm not too sure about, but I mean, it's.
I personally, so let me hear this. I said Cam Reddish, there was 2 types of teams he had to sign with. He either was going to have to sign with the worst team in the league, which we don't know who it's going to be, and hope that they give him a ridiculous amount of minutes. Or let me finish. Right? Let me finish this. He got the minimum, and the other team he had to sign with was a team like the Lakers, where the lights were going to be bright, and they had a hole at the position, so it was a contending team.
And he wouldn't have to start right away.
No, let me finish this, you asshole. And what I'm trying to say here is he can either be the starter day one, what's going to happen here is he's in a situation where he's going to be forced to be the best he can be because they can either cut his ass, they can just bench his ass. He knows this is his last chance to show that he can be anything at the NBA. And all LeBron, all Darvin Ham, all Anthony Davis needs him to be able to do is what he's known to be able to do. He's 6'8", 6'9", with a 7-foot wingspan. When he was a starter with the Atlanta Hawks, he went on multiple stretches and like 20 or 30 games combined over in 2 separate stretches as a starter playing shooting guard, averaging 18 points a night, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and like 2 steals a night in his second season. And I believe also in his third season he did it. And he was a guy that all he needs to do with that 6'8" picture perfect release is just be able to shoot near 40% on just do what Malik Beasley does, come out, jack up 10 threes a night, and play defense. Show you can be a 3D wing. Then you're going to get paid $15 million a year by some team next offseason.
Yeah, he has to going into a situation where he doesn't have to have that much pressure because they don't need him to play. I think is better for.
I don't even think they don't need him to play. They do need him to play. They do need him to play. They need somebody at the wing spot. But there's other options on the free agency market. Yeah,
they have other options. It would be
where he fully knows that he's replaceable.
Yeah, he does. He is replaceable. This is a reclamation project. He knows that they don't need him if he's not playing well. So the Lakers don't need him. That's what I've been saying. That's what I was trying to get at. They don't need him to come in and start. If he does and he plays well, it's a pleasant surprise. But this team doesn't need him, which I think it'll be good for him to be able to play off the bench. If he can get into a groove and play some minutes off the bench, that'll be good for him.
Okay. You want to hear this stat? You want to hear something that'll blow your mind?
What?
All right. Rookie season. Cam Reddish is the starting small forward in 17 games in 20 minutes a night, shot about 11 field goals at 41%, shot 5.2 3-point attempts at 38%, averaged 12 points, 1.6 steals, 1.5 assists, 4 rebounds. Okay, that was as a forward, and then wasn't really that effective as a guard. That was his rookie season. Sophomore year, okay, as the starting guard and forward, not great at all, okay? Junior season, third year, okay, as a starter through 7 games, 32 minutes a night, 16 field goals a game, 41% from the field, 6.6 3-point attempts a game, at 39%, hitting 2.6, averaged 18.5 points, 1.3 steals, 2 assists, 2.6 rebounds. Yes, 7-game span, but
it's 7-game span, but yeah, like it's there. He averaged in double figures that year.
Mm-hmm. And post All-Star game, okay, he wasn't like at all efficient from 3. Like,
and didn't they trade him? Is this you're talking about the 3rd year where he got traded to the Knicks?
No. This is this year when he got traded to the Trailblazers.
Oh, I thought you were talking about still last year.
First 6 games as a Trailblazers, he took only 10 field goals. Took 10 field goals. Okay. Yes, he shot 29% from 3, but 4 of them were from 3. He shot 44% from the field, averaged 10 points, about a steal a game, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Dude, if he can just shoot like 35% from 3 on 10 field goals a night, with 5 to 6 of those field goals being threes, and the average over a steal a game, grab 3 boards, dish out almost 2 assists, you're getting paid
productive. That's productive, man. He's getting the minimum right now, so.
Someone will give you the mid-level next year. Someone will give him the mid-level.
Somebody will give you the mid-level exception if you can be a solid 3-and-D player and average like 11 or 12 a game, like he was before.
Taurean Prince is underrated at this point in his career. Like, don't get me wrong, Taurean Prince, we thought it'd be like he would age a bit more graceful, especially if you remember him on his Hawks days. No offense.
Still a valuable rebounding defensive wing.
Yes, at 6'7", 220 pounds, the guy puts up respectable numbers. Sometimes he's inefficient. Average 3-point shooter at best. The thing, he's got a motor. He's a guy that in the right environment is an effective, efficient player. Needs the right coaching because he's good at attacking closeouts. He can finish at the basket. He's a defender who can guard 2 through 4. Sturdy, like strong as hell, intense, nonstop motor. Again, it's all about if the coach knows how to utilize him. He's 29 going on 30 this year. He'll turn 30 at the end of the year. So he's 29 years old. Good signing. He's basically Cam Reddish or Taurean Prince will be one of them's going to have to figure it out. They basically, last year you had Troy Brown and Malik Beasley. This year you got yourself Taurean Prince and Cam Reddish. Call that an upgrade if you want.
Hey, guess who? This sidetrack, sorry. Guess who's on the Celtics Summer League roster? Doak.
Yeah, I made a video on that.
Oh shit! I didn't know if you made a video on it. I just looking at the Summer League rosters. Didn't know that Doak was on there. That's dope, man. Good for him. Hopefully he gets an active spot, but I doubt it.
So we have a few more teams we can. We'll go. Do you want to spend more time on this? We got the Cavs. We also have the Nets, the Heat, the Mavericks, the Knicks, the Pacers to talk about.
We can go to other teams. We know what the Lakers got. Oh, yeah. Also, they got Gabe Vincent. We all know about Gabe Vincent.
We addressed that at the beginning.
Guard help. Yeah, we didn't really go into detail about it. We don't really need to. Good guard help.
So the Cavs got Max Strus. That they basically turned Jetty Osman into Max Strus for a second-round pick on a cheap 4-year, $63 million deal. Yeah. And they also got Georges Niang to be the adult in the room. And look, that was a good signing. And with Raul Nieto not being that great, they're going to put Ty Jerome next to Ricky Rubio. And that could be pretty solid signing. And then they brought Karis LeVert on a 2-year deal where if it doesn't work out after this year, they can get rid of him next year. And they also got a backup center in Damian Jones. Okay. I think that's pretty dope. And they also can waive Sam Merrill to end up $1 million under the tax line. So all in all, they brought in shooting, which is what they needed in Georges Niang, Max Strus, and even Ty Jerome.
Cedi Osman wasn't working out, so they got rid of him.
I think they just got shooting.
I mean, Max Strus is just an upgrade.
They have wings. They have wings now. They have Max Strus, Georges Niang, and Karis LeVert as their wing rotation and forwards. And then you have yourself Ty Jerome, Ricky Rubio behind Darius Garland, and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Georges Niang will be that Kevin Love, Dean Wade, not D Wade. Kevin Love and Dean Wade type player.
Yeah, and you assume that now 1 full year Ricky Rubio removed from the ACL injury. They don't need him to be the most efficient shooter in the world. They really just need him for his defense and his playmaking. So
Darius Garland's backup. If he can just be a quality
really the way it works out is Darius and Donovan sit. Ty and Ricky go in. Ricky does what Darius does, facilitate the offense. Ty shoots and beats the secondary playmaker. George Niang, Karis LeVert, and Max Strus shoot, and Damian Jones, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen will rotate still on the floor while those guys are there, and they keep doing their things and rebounding.
Like if they've obviously the Cavs have a good team and they're still going to be good next year, and they addressed their biggest need was because they sucked on offense in the playoffs last year against the Knicks. That was bad. So how many of those games were 90 something to 80 something? They knew what they needed to do, and they went out and they got shooting. So yeah, Cavs did a great job. I don't really know if they're going to do anything and win. I don't know if they're still good enough to win right now because I think there's better teams in the East. But yeah, they did what they needed to do.
So the Nets,
Oh yeah, I was talking about this with Nets fan Hobbs the other day too. I thought that DSJ was a good signing.
Yeah, he's one of the best best defensive guards in the league, and he's actually
on a minimum deal.
He's signing. A menace going to the rim. Menace. Yeah. They brought back Cam Johnson. They also got Lonnie Walker.
That's another good signing.
They got rid of Joe Harris's contract.
Lonnie Walker was a 1-year contract, right?
Yeah, they brought Raekwon Gray on a two-way.
Getting rid of Joe Harris was another big addition.
They got rid of Patty Mills. I really think Lonnie Walker, Dennis Smith Jr., Cam Johnson, and getting rid of Joe Harris, awesome. And I can't complain. I think there's not too much to be said there. They just did really good value. They don't really reflect you wouldn't be blown away, but it was just good value.
It's good value. Getting Dennis Smith Jr. for a minimum contract is good value.
Lonnie Walker.
No matter how you put it, that's good value. Lonnie Walker and Dennis Smith for the value that they got them at, that's good.
That's good value. And they brought back Cam Johnson. You might say it's an overpay for his position. It's a skill set.
The Nets are in a great spot here. They're a playoff team with this roster right now, and they have so many fucking picks.
Yeah, they're a first or second round exit, but
but they have a shit ton of assets to make moves to get stars. So
I agree.
The Nets are in a great spot right now as far as teams are right now.
Similarly to the Miami Heat. The Heat did the same thing. They brought back Josh Richardson, okay? And
that's good value.
And they turned Strus into a trade exception. They basically primed themselves up for a trade, okay? And they also were able to bring Thomas Bryant in, signed Orlando Robinson, brought back Drew Smith, brought Jamare Bouye back, got rid of Victor Oladipo, brought back Kevin Love, okay, and got 2 trade exceptions. So they basically are walking away with they turned Omar Yurtseven into Orlando Robinson and Thomas Bryant. They got
We're still waiting on them because we know, obviously, the elephant in the room. Dame is still not there yet. But, besides all the Dame shit, they did what they needed to do.
100%. And I think they did.
The Heat were never going to be big players in the free agency market. They were always going to lose a few guys to the market because, they couldn't pay them all and hope to trade for Dame. So basically just
good value.
Good value. Good value. You can't be mad about what they did.
And this is what this free agency has been. It's been good value because the Mavericks did the same thing. They bring Dante Exum on a $2.7 million deal. Dante Exum is his problem was he was injury prone and he's weak. He was weak. He played at a low competition. I'm listening to Jake Fisher's book called Built to Lose. And the Philadelphia 76ers brought Dante Exum in on a private 1v1 workout against Tim Frazier. Tim Frazier was 23 as a draft prospect. And supposedly Tim Frazier supposedly beat the shit out of Dante Exum in a 1v1.
Damn.
In a pre-draft workout.
I mean, Tim Frazier was a decent player, but wow, didn't know that.
Yeah, Tim Frazier went undrafted. Dante Exum went top 5.
Dante Exum went top 5 and he saved the Celtics, so the Celtics were going to take him, but he was still on the board.
So Dante Exum, who last played for Partizan, had a great season, and played for Barcelona, showed he has some scoring chops now, and is probably the best defender in Europe outside the NBA right now.
Yeah, and he's not a bad signing. Not a bad signing. I thought it was pretty cool seeing Dante Exum come back. But like, I don't know. I don't know how good he's going to be, but it's just guard depth for Dallas because you know how Luka and Kyrie are kind of shit on defense. They kind of needed that. So like, it gives them a good defensive guard to play off the bench next to Luka / Kyrie whenever they want to stagger minutes. So not a bad signing, minimum deal, good value. Maybe Dante Exum has finally figured it out.
Yeah, and then they brought back Dwight Powell, who's one of the best backup bigs in the league. He can play both the
great
4
rim
and the
runner.
5. Great rim runner, great lob threat, can guard both forwards and centers, and just knows his role. Yeah. Say what you want about Kyrie's deal, how to do it, but the best thing is
well, yeah, of course. They couldn't get rid of him.
But the best thing is the deal is similar length as Luka Doncic's deal.
Yeah, and if it turns out this core is not going anywhere, they can if they want to, they could blow it up. They won't. But
they free up cap space and they get a trade exception with the Davis Bertans trade. They also get themselves Rashawn Holmes, and that's basically all the moves
that was
made.
The draft, but like
Seth Curry. They brought back Seth Curry on a 2-year deal. Give him a sharpshooter. Doesn't do much besides sharpshooting, a little bit of playmaking, but besides that, good value.
Not bad. Dante Exum is good value.
The Knicks moved on from Obi Toppin, got some second-round picks for him, and
I like the Dante DiVincenzo signing.
I like it. I mean,
I think
I like paid.
Yeah, he got paid a lot. So
they were able to get Josh Hart on the player option. I think they're going to re-sign him.
Yeah,
and
the Nova boys are back together.
Yeah, and we could also say Daquan Jeffries and Isaiah Roby, who were guys who signed rest of the year contracts, / non-guaranteed contracts for this season at the very end of last year. So they're technically, they have Isaiah Roby and Daquan Jeffries on the team, and they also just signed yesterday Jalen Martin to a 2-way contract, which was not it's cool. I think again, good value.
It's fine.
It's fine. DiVincenzo's the big one. DiVincenzo now with what I think DiVincenzo.
He's got to stay healthy. He's got to stay healthy. That's the first part.
Quickly's gone. I think you guys know I grew up 15 minutes away from Emmanuel Quickly, and he's gone. They rather keep Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes has
Quentin Grimes, and they can't get obviously when he's behind Jalen Brunson and Quentin Grimes, and there's just not enough space at the guard spot for them, especially when they added DiVincenzo.
Yeah, because now their backups are the starter is Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett. You'd assume Quentin Grimes and Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, right? That's the starting lineup. And then
you have DiVincenzo, Josh Hart off the bench.
And then you would be like, well, why would they trade Emmanuel Quickly? Because regardless of whatever Emmanuel Quickly is going to cost, they know that in 2 years, Deuce McBride's going to hit free agency, and they can sign Deuce McBride probably to a way cheaper deal to be the third point 100%. Guard.
It's for the value of what they're getting out of Quickly. Quickly is a much better player.
Higher potential. But the value for what they need.
He's going to be way more expensive, and they're already paying Brunson. They're already paying Randall. They just got DiVincenzo. They traded for Josh Hart. They already have guys that are better than Quickly right now. And also, this is not a rebuilding team. If it was a rebuilding team, they would probably keep Quickly, and they wouldn't be in this situation. But no, this is a team that made the playoffs, that won in the first round, that lost to the team that won the Eastern Conference last year. So this team, if they were rebuilding, they could keep Quickly. But now I think Quickly's just got to get flipped for something that they can get good value for. Because he's going to be more expensive than like you said, Deuce. And Deuce is just they're gonna play the same role.
Yeah, so that's same role. So that's what I think right there. This move just kind of shows Dante DiVincenzo marks that Emmanuel Quickly will probably be a fire sale, a highly acquired guy at the trade deadline.
Yeah, maybe before. We'll see. But Pacers next. Pacers got Bruce Brown. Got one. And
say what you will. Say what you will about the contract. The contract's fine because it's technically the second year. It'll be tradable. It will be tradable if it's fine. If it's an overpay. I think the other thing, Isaiah Wong on a 2-way. They got Obi Toppin also in there. And I think, like, you want to hear something really, really funny?
What?
I think that this team with Obi Toppin and they have Bruce Brown, there's a possibility that they could start a lineup of Tyrese Haliburton,
Yeah,
Bruce Brown, Buddy Hield, Obi Toppin.
That's a tall lineup, man.
Obi Toppin and Miles Turner.
You're
Well,
saying
Bruce Brown.
You're saying Ben Mathurin comes off the bench in that lineup?
I think they continue to bring him off the bench until he becomes a bit more efficient.
Maybe, but like either way, so much size. Their shortest player is Tyrese, and he's 6'5". Or
shortest player is Bruce Brown at 6'2".
6'2". Bruce Brown, I thought was 6'4", 6'3".
In shoes, bro. Bruce Brown's like 6'2".
Yeah, I guess in shoes. Let me look up Bruce Brown NBA official measurements. I forgot that they did that.
Bruce Brown is
this
6'3" and a half. 6'3" and a
6'4".
half. He's 6'3" and a
6'4".
half. I have it right here. Draft Combine measurements.
I know.
6'3"
I
and a
know.
half.
Yeah, so 6'4".
All right.
So that's their shortest player, 6'4". That's good. That's a lot of height. A lot of height for them. It's an interesting little lineup.
Can we talk about something real quick?
What's up? What are we talking about here?
As excited as I am to go to Summer League tomorrow. Also, do I have when I sit like this, look, I get a double chin. Am I fat? I'm just gonna cone it
just make sure you don't get the. That actually really hurt. That hurt my neck to move it like that. I can't do that again.
But one thing I want to say is, as excited as I am about Summer League and to be attending Summer League basketball kind of sucks.
Oh, it's fucking awful. It's like all of the worst things of college basketball exemplified because these guys don't know how to play with each other. Because they've never played with each other. Like, it is like, I know, and you hate college basketball, and this is worse than college basketball. No, I'm not knocking it because like it has to happen.
No, because people go to Summer League because they're like, oh, dude, the highlights and stuff is like so cool, and it's like,
but like they're not though.
Like you're like, dude, but like when you watch the game, those highlights are like 5-10 minutes in between each other.
Yeah, and it's like most of the game is like meh basketball. And then it's like everyone's like, well, these guys are the future stars of today's NBA. There are a lot of guys who go off in Summer League.
Anthony Bennett looked like a man amongst.
Simmons was a god in Summer League. Anthony Bennett looked like a man amongst boys. And now look at him. So like that's the thing. I'm
excited. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm so excited and I am full. Like I'm grateful. And I know it's a privilege to be able to attend NBA Summer League as a media member. But it is horrendous. The second worst NBA basketball behind preseason. Because I don't know why. Preseason's awful.
Yeah, preseason's the worst.
The last week of preseason.
Because they're not trying. Like in Summer League, it's shit.
No, they're trying. The fourth quarter is the best because the guys
they're playing for a roster spot in the Summer League. That's why.
Fourth quarter preseason in the first week or two is so intense because it's the guys who are trying to make the roster.
Yeah, but like when you see the fucking starters and the guys who know they're on the roster in the preseason, it's fucking awful. Dude.
You see the guys who clearly did not come into camp in shape.
Yeah. Oh,
and you're God. You'll see some guys who are like 40% career 3-point shooters, just
25% from the fucking floor in the first 5 games.
That's why no one ever writes about it. You're like, should we be like? No one takes preseason stats
because no one is worried about it.
That's so funny. People take Summer League stats into consideration, but like preseason, I don't know who was, but one rookie was averaging was it Keegan Murray who averaging like 25 in preseason? Somebody was averaging like 25. I think it was
this
Keegan
past
Murray.
year.
Yeah, it's like Keegan.
Maybe it was Keegan.
That we're like Keegan is.
We're like Keegan's the best player in this draft class. Oh my God. But yeah, the preseason is fucked. No one cares about the preseason.
Like Don Barlow last night looked like a god.
Yeah, and that's the Summer League. And the preseason is only worse.
That's the California Summer League, bro.
Yeah, the Vegas one's better. We all know it.
Let's actually see where before we do
See where what is?
My motel is.
Oh yeah, we should probably look that up.
Let's take a
Show
lap.
me the map. Show me the map. See how far it is from the fucking stadium. And how far it is from NBA Con or whatever the fuck the new shit is that they're now doing this year or whatever. Yuck.
Oh, I was like, it wasn't popping up. Okay, so
Motel 6.
All right. I booked this like so long ago. Okay, here's your July 6th. See the itinerary. All right. I'm on Boulder Highway. At 3.6.
So Motel 6, Motel 6 what? What's it called?
Okay, so
Motel 6 Boulder Highway.
Yeah, just up. Yeah, okay. What's it called?
Oh, you're right by wow, you were right by Boulder Station Hotel and Casino, and you chose to stay here.
What's Boulder Hotel Station Casino?
It's just a meh casino. That's like because you know how fucking yeah.
I need everywhere was gonna charge me out the ass.
Yeah, I mean I figured because there's a reason everyone's going there for summer league. So you're a Motel 6 guy. How far is this from the strip? Oh, geez, that's kind of far actually. Fuck. So where did we say NBA Con was at Mandalay Bay, right?
I'd say it's got decent service. I mean, I'm gonna be here.
It's like that's like a 20-minute drive. That's not great, but I mean, you'll be fine. Obviously, like it's just kind of far. And then fucking if you want to gamble, you can always go to just walk in any casino.
Well, you have to bring it. You have to bring your own shampoo and conditioner because they only give you a bar of soap. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. So because you're not staying at a hotel, you're staying in a shitty Motel 6. Yeah, they kind of fucked us with that. Yeah, so you'll have to get your own. But you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. All right, so where is the Summer League? Thomas and Mack, right? Thomas and Mack Center. Thomas and Mack Center is about 15-minute drive from your place. All right. That's not that bad.
How bad is the drive?
It's like 15 minutes from your place. It's like 25 minutes to get to Mandalay Bay.
Am I really that far?
Yeah. You're kind of far.
I mean, is there any free parking on the strip?
Nobody really drives. There's no parking on the strip. Like, I hate to break it to you. Like, it's all like parking for the hotels and shit that you pay the valets to do.
Yeah.
Like there's not it's not free. If
there's no parking garage.
I mean, maybe there's one. Not right on the strip though. There might be one by the arena though. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. It's just Mandalay Bay might be. You'll have to figure out where to park for that.
At the arena?
The arena you should be fine. Because it's an arena.
How far? Where's Mandalay Bay?
It's like the south end of the strip, like 25 minutes from you.
Am I in a bad area?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been to the area that you're in. You're like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's not like terrible. I mean, like, it's Vegas, bro. It's fucking Vegas, man. It's all great. But like, you're
okay. Let's see. Let's look on satellite right here. Okay, this is the Motel 6. First off, this must be the shittiest casino ever.
Yeah, it's probably look how far it is from the strip, dude. I mean, it's like an average. Like, there's so many like average casino places in there.
Oh, love that I'm by industrial. No, okay, I'm like by motors and stuff.
It's not that bad, man. You're not that bad.
I just don't want to die.
You're not gonna fucking die. We were in a worse spot in Chicago than you are here. Like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I just don't know where I guess right here is where Jasmine's gonna be pissing and shitting. Is like the only grass I see.
Yeah, because there isn't exactly a lot of grass in Las Vegas. Let's just say that. You know, it's not really. It's kind of a dry place.
I know. Or I'm gonna have to walk to this park.
Yeah, that'll work. 12 days in Vegas, man. 12 fucking days. Good thing you're not a gambler.
I know. Well, I never really was a gambler, like besides sports betting.
That's gambling.
Well, like I meant like card games.
Yeah, but you can still sports bet at casinos, so like,
yeah, but like that. If I'm going to, like, they have a lead library.
What? Why?
I don't know.
They just do. I guess Vegas does have everything.
Dude, you know what I'm thinking? Okay. Where's Mandalay Bay?
It's all the way on the other. Yeah, is there parking on Mandalay Bay?
First off, free Las Vegas.
Yeah, you might as well because Mandalay Bay, kind of far, man. Kind of far from you. Kind of far, but you'll be fine.
UNLV has a free lot, bro.
Yeah, that's by the arena. That's not Mandalay Bay, dude. I just told you Thomas and Mack has parking for you because it's an arena, and it's at UNLV.
Okay, why is it also Mandalay Bay?
Mandalay Bay is not by the university. Mandalay Bay is on the strip, on the south end of the strip, pretty close to the airport, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of close to the airport.
I mean, I can just park at the hotel.
Yeah, I'm like, you'll be
Dude,
fine.
it's right across the fucking street from Allegiant Stadium.
What, Mandalay Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it.
What the fuck is Mandalay Bay, dude? This is a fucking resort.
Yeah, exactly. It is. That's why it's there, because it's one of the nicest places. That's the place where the shooting was.
What shooting?
The Las Vegas shooting?
Oh,
where the dude killed like 50 people from his window.
That's a massacre.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, it was there at Mandalay Bay. Yeah.
Wow, dude. Yeah, I mean, he's got a great area.
That's why people kind of avoided Mandalay Bay for the last few years until like now, because it's okay to go back, I guess, because it's been long enough or something. I don't know.
Wait, hold up. Can I take the tram?
Probably. Yeah. Well, okay, but you're not on the strip though. You're pretty far from the strip, so maybe not.
Yeah, I can, bro.
Yeah, it'll just be a bitch. You're like 25 minutes from Mandalay Bay, a drive, like in a car. So you'll have to wait for the buses and shit like that. It'll be a little bit longer. But it's up to you. You'll figure it out, man. I believe in you.
Am I taking a bus or a fucking train? I want to know.
It's up to you, man. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. All right. Well, what else we got? What else we got to talk about?
We got Pirtle.
Yeah, I guess we do have Pirtle, and then we got to wind down. Oh man, that'll be fun. So what time are you leaving?
The NBA con is at like 6 it starts, or 5. I think 5 it starts at. So
what time are you leaving tomorrow?
It's a 20-hour drive.
Yeah, it's a fucking bitch. I would have flown if I were you, but
I have a dog.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't be staying at Motel 6 if I had someone to watch my dog for 12 days.
Yeah, you wouldn't be staying.
I wouldn't.
You didn't want to pay for boarding, which is fair.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to inconvenience you for 12 days.
Yeah, like we can't really watch the dog here.
Yeah, you could at that place.
Yeah, we could, but you know what I mean. It's kind of
you don't want to. Yeah,
it's kind of an inconvenience.
You don't want to watch my dog. You don't want to fucking watch my dog.
You're right. We do not want to watch your dog for 12 days. You're right.
Yeah. Say it how it is.
I did.
Okay,
why don't you just say how it is? Don't fucking lie to me. All right.
Yeah.
I want to watch your dog.
And with that being said, I don't know where we were going with this. Where were we going?
Oh, we were just shooting this shit randomly. I was just
the drive.
I was just
so when I'm leaving, if it's a 20-hour drive, I want to give myself at least 2-3 hours to chill before Mandalay Bay. So like, what do you think's a good time to leave at?
You should leave tomorrow morning when you get the chance. Early.
Now I'll leave at like noon. Then I'm going 2 hours behind time. Back in time.
Yeah, but then when is your check-in at Motel 6? The 5th?
It's the 6th.
Oh, so if you get there, if you leave on the 5th and you get there on the 5th, it's gonna kind of fuck it up because you're not.
Yeah, I'd be homeless. I'd be homeless for a day.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's plenty of homeless people in Vegas. You can make it work. There's plenty of homeless people with dogs in Vegas. You will be okay. But
So, I was thinking
but yeah.
5 p.m. I'd get there at like 11 a.m.
Yeah. Well, you're going back 2 hours. It's a 20-hour drive. Yeah, you'll probably get there at 12-ish. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can just chill for a little bit. And then NBA Con is at what time? Like 6, you said? 7 is when it starts on the 6th? Okay, so yeah.
It starts at 5. It starts at 5.
Starts at 5, okay. So yeah, you can leave at like 4-ish, 5-ish the day before. If you feel comfortable driving through the night, just...
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, straight shot.
Yeah.
That's 20 hours. It's gonna be a bitch, but at least you're prepared for it.
Oh, so. Dude, I am covering every fucking land region. We are starting off in farmland. Okay, we're talking.
Then you go to the mountains.
Then I go to the mountains, and then I hit the Moab Desert for 6 hours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Then Salt Lake City, and then fucking St. George, and then I hit Vegas.
And you're still in desert. You don't leave desert once you pass the Rocky Mountains. You're just fucked. No water, hot as shit. You're going at the worst fucking time too. Like, this is the worst time to visit Vegas. It's the hottest time of year. The worst possible time that you could have picked that they could have picked to have Summer League and all this shit for people to travel was now.
Yeah.
Because this is what
I also have insurance on my trip that I can cancel early anytime and come back.
Yeah.
So there's like a small chance that like I might get burnt out after like day 6 or
and you
5.
say, fuck the last week, I'm not doing this shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care. There's a good chance. There's a good chance.
There's a good chance because it's gonna be hot as shit there, man, and you're gonna be having to like walk around outside and inside in like 100-degree weather. At least they have
my
AC
life is
inside.
just my life is just gonna be like a tad bit inconvenience, and I'm just gonna be like, this isn't worth it anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good trip. At least stay there like for 6 days. That way you can get the most out of it.
I'm going to stay there until I notice a significant drop in media coverage.
Probably by like day 9 or something, they're going to be like, oh, okay, we're done.
No, probably by Monday they're going to be done.
Well, I mean, to be fair, some of them are going to stay, though, because of the championship game and stuff, and they want to be there for that. But
yeah, smaller people. Or like not like the main people are all going to be gone by Monday.
Yeah, because they have other shit to do.
Dude, the combine, the day after you left, like half the media was there.
Really?
ESPN was gone.
Bro, it was a 2-day thing. How the fuck are they?
Shams and Malika Andrews and them did not show up for day 2.
So like, Shams is an ESPN, but like still, like that means that every big person just didn't go. And day 2.
They just went on the day you went. They didn't go.
Yeah,
on
the first day. I mean, I guess because like the first day was the day that had most of the top prospects go. They did it for that reason.
Is this
Who's
Denny
that?
Avdia?
Austin Reeves? Austin Reeves?
It's a forward, you asshole.
No, it's yellow.
It's
he's 6'9", though. Austin Reeves is too short.
Dude, it's green.
It's guard forward.
It's in the East.
Yeah, it's in the East. I know. So that's why I just said it can't be Austin Reeves because he's Austin Reeves is fucking too tall or too short. Who the fuck is this, bro? Cam Johnson? No, he's in the Atlantic though. Bro, who is that? Who the fuck is that? Not Gallo. You keep clicking forwards. It's got to be a guard forward.
Or a forward center.
And he's 6'6". He's 6'6" or 6'7". He's actually 6'7". Yeah. Or forward center who's 6'7".
He's not on Brooklyn. He's not on Boston. He's not on... Is he on the Knicks?
He could be on the Knicks or he could be on Philly. And what number does he wear? What are the numbers so far? Oh,
above
so
10.
just a high number. Or not even really a high number, just above
He's
10.
6'7". He's 6'7".
Yeah. How old is there any other age things to help us besides the 27 from Cam Johnson?
Wait.
Scroll up.
You're going to fuck me up.
No, I'm not. I just want to see the ages. Bang! Yeah, I was not getting that shit at all. Honestly, forgot he was still in the fucking league, if I'm going to be honest.
They just stopped utilizing him. You hungry?
Yeah.
You hungry?
Yeah, you trying
Want
to
to go get lunch? Yeah.
Yeah, Carrie was just telling me that you wanted to get lunch after the show. So
okay, so I'll be over in 5 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend.
Sir.
And yeah, hopefully I don't die in fucking Vegas.
Hopefully you don't die of heat exhaustion in the trip. Hey, when I went 2 years ago around this time with my dad for my 21st, we had a heat advisory all week. But then guess what? You know what happened during the heat advisory? It fucking rained. And it only rains like 10 days a year there. And it was sunny as shit. And it was 90 degrees. And it was fucking raining in Vegas. How the fuck does that happen?
Like hard rain?
Yeah, like hard rain in Vegas. And like when we were like before it started raining, like one of our Uber drivers was like, yeah, it probably rains like maybe 10 to 15 days out of the year at most. And then it's just pouring rain, but it's still 90 degrees and shit. Like, and then every other day, oh yeah, a little bit for part of it. And then it got cloudy at the end. But like every other day there, 100 plus heat advisory index. Sunny.
I'm wearing shorts and polos only.
Yeah, no suits, no pants, no nothing. It is too hot. It is too fucking hot for that there. But no, you'll have a great time.
I'm excited. No, guys. Hopefully
I wish I could go with you, but
be a friend, tell a friend. If you guys did enjoy, we'll be back tomorrow. Bye.
Take it easy.